driving your truck at 80 miles an hour into a construction zone, hitting 17 cars, killing 5 people, including a family of 4, is an unavoidable accident. Boy, I'd like to find out who said that. I think you already know what company said it, but we'll talk about their whole statement. And I don't think I have to tell you why this wasn't unavoidable. So everybody knows about the accident outside of Austin. I believe it was actually North Austin. By the way, I'm dealing with some direct sunlight. I just put this, it's actually a t-shirt I stuck on my door so I could actually make this video. But everybody knows about that accident, and we know a lot about it. Now, a whole lot about it. We've learned that the company, we've learned that this truck has picked up Amazon loads and FedEx loads. I believe I might be getting stories mixed up, but this truck is picked up under different DOT numbers. We've learned that the driver in this was scheduled to go to court for going 63 and a 30, and we know that he was doing about 80 miles an hour when he plowed into vehicles that were stopped for construction and plowed through 17 vehicles, killing 5, including a mother of 11 and a family of 4. Mother, father, and I forget the children's ages, but they were young. It was an infant, it was a child and an infant. Anyway, and even though we know this guy was pulling a Amazon trailer, so like a lot of people said, you know, a lot of the comments about other videos I did about this said, you know, Amazon needs to be held accountable, and I was like, well, I'm sure they will be in some way, but that wasn't an Amazon driver. However, it was contracted to Amazon. Now it turns out that it was like third-party contracted to Amazon, you know, through a broker, and possibly even fourth-party, you know, Amazon. We know that the guy has only been driving truck for 4 months. We know that he's from Ethiopia, and I don't actually know the status of his license, whether he had one of those visa licenses, but I imagine he did, with a non-domicile CDL, not sure. But Amazon is now being sued. A lot of people are being sued. The trucking company's being sued, the construction company's being sued, the driver's being sued, and Amazon's being sued, and it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars already. One lawsuit alone was $100 million, and a lot of people have followed suit, and this is going to get messy. Amazon has a lot of money, and you know, but yet they couldn't find a lawyer to write a decent statement. So I hope whoever said this gets fired, because this is one of the stupidest things I ever heard anybody say. Let me actually read you the article, or one of the articles. There's lots of them out there, but I'll read the article and tell you where I got it from. All right, guys, so this is an article that's out from KXAN out of Austin. Amazon denies allegations in I-35 crash lawsuit. Suspect set for bond hearing. The suspect accused of causing the deaths of 5 people in a deadly pileup on Interstate 35 in North Austin last month is set for a bond hearing, according to online records. Solomon, not normal spelling for Solomon, Araya, 37, will appear in court on April 30th, according to Travis County's online criminal docket. He currently faces 6 counts of intoxication manslaughter and 1 count of intoxication assault. Now, I really think that's going to go away. Apparently, he's still being charged with this, or was when this was written, but they actually did not find anything when they did the test. They thought he was on some kind of antidepressants or something Xanax-like or something like that, but you know, they tested for a lot of things, and it came back without. But they still, 5 people were killed and 11 others injured in the crash on March 13th on I-35 near Palmer Lane. Araya was working for a third-party carrier hauling a load for Amazon when police said he crashed into nearly stopped traffic in a construction zone, according to an arrest affidavit. You already know about that. The suspect's attorney, Bristol Myers, previously asked for his bond to be reduced to $1 in each case, citing a lack of probable cause. The toxicology labs reports obtained by KXAN showed no drugs or alcohol were found in Arraya's system. So, lack of probable cause, yes. And I guess the lawyer's right. There is a lack of probable cause for the intoxication. But the manslaughter, which should actually be murder for the way he was driving, not manslaughter, it should be murder. Anyway, the report showed the suspect was tested for a range of inhalant drugs as well as alcohol. The expanded drug screen and blood alcohol test requested is capable of screening for up to 138 substances, including common drugs like fentanyl and cocaine. It's unclear whether he was tested for all 38 substances. At the scene of the crash, APD officer conducted you know what, I'm actually not going to read all this. We know what happened there. There's videos of it, things that happened, lots of stuff. I already talked about it. Now let's talk about Amazon. There are currently 4 active lawsuits related to the crash on behalf of various victims. There's going to be a lot more. The suits target Arraya, the driver, Amazon, ZBN Transport LLC, and third-party trucking company. The third-party trucking company that Arraya worked for, and the Pulice, P-U-L-I-C-E Construction. That was the company that had the construction site, which controlled the temporary work zone near where the crash happened. Okay. In last week, ZBN and Amazon have filed initial responses to the lawsuits. Amazon's response opens by stating that the company generally denies each and every allegation and action and cause of action. That's to be expected, a legal maneuver. It was their product, but other people were hauling it. That's going to get dicey there. But while Amazon did not employ Arraya, the plaintiff's arguments allege Amazon still had a hand in allowing him to drive an Amazon load because of the trickle-down requirements needed for independent truckers to drive for Amazon. Thank you. Yes, that's a problem. It's a problem everywhere. People are dying all the time because of this problem. Loads of beef are being stolen. 80,000 pounds of beef is being stolen because of lack of checking. If you want to see that story, I'll put it up here. Big problem. Amazon's response reiterates what its spokesperson has told KXAN since the day of the crash. Arraya was not an employee, barred employee, or agent of Amazon. Good. Probably should have shut up there. Amazon also claims the crash was a sudden emergency and unavoidable accident. Gee, Amazon, maybe that's why you got the best truck drivers in the world pulling your loads around. I really hope that somebody from Amazon sees this, somebody important in Amazon sees this, finds out who made that statement and fires them. It's so stupid. In contrast to Amazon's denial of all claims, ZBN Transport LLC requests a determination of percentage of responsibility. Yeah. Between all parties determined to be at fault. I don't totally know what that... Are they trying to say that they have no responsibility in this at all? The company's previously told KXAN it does not have any further comment on the case. We have reached out to ZBN's attorneys as well as Amazon spokesperson for additional comment, and we'll update this story if we receive a response. I hope you do. I can't imagine what they could say that's more stupid. An unavoidable accident. First of all, there is almost no such thing as an unavoidable accident. So pretty much all accidents are avoidable. Maybe not by you though. I mean, you're going down the road, you're driving an 80,000 pound truck or however much, and a car pulls off the side. That doesn't make it an unavoidable accident. It means it wasn't your fault. It was unavoidable for the other person. But at least 17 cars managed to get stopped for this construction zone, and there was a truck right in the middle of it. If you saw, most of the accident damage was done around a truck that wasn't the truck at fault, because this guy was going so fast he plowed through there. So you actually got to look a quarter mile down the road to see where his truck was when it all ended. So that means the fact that everybody else was able to get stopped means that it's not unavoidable. And you could say, well, the driver said his brakes went out, and he did say that. No proof of it. You know, a fatality like this, first of all, a fatality like this, they had everybody out there on that investigation scene, and I guarantee you that that truck was gone over by the most top-notch DOT officers that they might have to check this out. So we'll keep this going, guys. Check out American Truckers United. I'll put the link down below. You want to check out, you want to sign up for them. They will keep you informed about what's going on with these law changes. But Amazon, come on. Unavoidable accident. Wow. All that money your company has, and that's the best person you can find to make a statement about something that's probably going to cost you hundreds of millions of dollars. That's yeah, maybe you maybe you're getting your HR people from other countries too. Anyway, guys, that being said, thanks for watching the video. Hey, I'm wearing my Truck Parking Club hat. Not gonna do a commercial about it. You might want to check them out. If you think truck parking is a problem, they have a solution for it. Not the solution, a solution that could help you out. And I got a $20 code, which is pretty much free parking almost everywhere. I will put down in the description below too. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, let me know what you think about this. This is just such a stupid thing to say. Anyway, comment below. I do read all the comments. I try to respond. I get behind sometimes, but I try to respond. Guys, you can also reach me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I do some TikTok stuff, but they're usually the same thing as I do shorts on YouTube. I just do it on that platform. And Substack under the Trucking Resources name. So I'll catch you on the next one.